Happy 89th anniversary, Durand Seventh-day Adventist Church. You know, I'm thankful that I was given the opportunity to pastor this church. I can say that the Lord blessed this church and He has great plans and He had a purpose why He built this church at first. Also, I want to congratulate this church for fulfilling its mission by working for God and the community. We are thankful that despite the threat of COVID, we were still able to do God's work. You know, this year, it was a great blessing. We were able to hold events and ministries at the same time. The church is thankful that in June of this year, we were able to baptize 4 individuals with whom we gave Bible studies and have accepted Jesus as their personal Savior and Lord. Indeed, there's no other joy than seeing people dedicating and committing their lives to God. The following months, we held Hike and Bike for Durand last summer on July 11, 2021 with 36 participants. And the proceed of that event went to the food pantry. So we were able to participate in giving something for the community. Moreover, on July 23rd, we held a vacation Bible school that attended by almost 15 kids and by parents and volunteers. It was such a great time seeing kids enjoying activities, songs, and Bible stories. And then, the last week of July, we had prayer and revival, and people attended it. So we were able to make new friends whom we are giving Bible studies now. God is doing many things, and He continues to shower His blessings. We look forward to doing more for Jesus in the coming years. Now, Lester Carney, our head elder, will be sharing the history of the church, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Durand Seventh-day Adventist Church. I'm standing beside our church history display. This display was begun by Lois Miller with the contribution of this plaque commemorating a group of Sabbath-keeping Adventists who were meeting in Durand in 1863. We know about this from an 1863 article in the Review and Herald, and we know nothing further about the group. We know that our own current church was established on October 29, 1932. And we have that information in our church's register that is included in this display. The founder of the church was Pastor Arthur Lorne Baisley. He had previously worked with the Menominee Church. While there, he had baptized several couples who lived in the Durand area. He followed that up with some meetings held in Maxville School and a tent pitched behind the old courthouse in Durand. From these meetings, 14 people were baptized, which led to the foundation of the church with 31 members. Among those charter members was Gerald Slagle, who served as head elder for almost 30 years. For much of that time, he was the de facto pastor, as visits from ministers were fairly infrequent. His wife, who became known as Grandma B, was the first person to introduce herself to me when I first attended this church in 1991. Also among the charter members was Agnes Clark, who served as church clerk for the first 10 years, and Linda Hurlbert, who would serve as treasurer for about 40 years. Pastor Baisley stayed long enough as church pastor to help the church purchase an unfinished home on 10th Avenue and to help them finish that house and convert it into a church. The first service was held there May 27, 1933, which was also the Baisleys' farewell service as they moved to Indiana the beginning of June. That first church building went through a number of remodelings, including adding a basement and bricking the outside, until it was finally sold in 1985. Finances were quite different in the early days of our church. Until mid-1974, the electricity bill never exceeded $2 per month. In a 1966 business meeting, it was noted that the yearly expenses were about $12 for electricity, $20 for water sewer, and $55 to heat the church for the entire year. In 1972, the church bought 200 gallons of gas from Shaw's Gas for $36. The 1980s were an important decade for our church and for our community. In 1982, this building was completed as the new school building. The first teacher was Kathy Hayhoe, and Dr. David and Evelyn Castleberg donated the land and were instrumental in the building. About the same time, Dr. Castleberg was building his own medical clinic, Castleberg Clinic. Later he'd be joined by Dr. Dolman. And the Adventist Hospital was building a new facility, which opened in January of 1983. When the old church was sold in 1985, the church moved into the basement of the school building as a temporary measure until a church addition could be added to the school. That addition never took place. But the school closed in 2008, so now we have just the school here. Our history display is not complete. We are still researching the past and looking for documents and letters and memories and pictures, asking people to donate them if they have them. We thank Lawrence Slagle for his donations that have been made. We invite you to send us anything that you might have that would be interested to people. We have not only the display, but also a scrapbook where other items are included. Our display is also not complete because we believe we still have a future here in Durand. So we plan on making history that can be added to the display. We have voted to hold an anniversary program the last Sabbath of October each year in an attempt to remember our past and think about our future. So we look forward to seeing you or hearing from you. Thank you.